Leader of Majority.
Speaker, I want to join my colleagues in supporting the adjournment. Speaker, I just want to ask colleagues, when you use the opportunity that you have, Mr. Speaker, you can canvass exactly what you want as members of Parliament, but use language which is acceptable in Parliament. Mr. Speaker, this morning we have really overused or we've really overused language which is not really parliamentary. A lot of words that have been used today. And I think you can convince all of us through civil language. This is about numbers. This is about numbers on the vote. Mr. Speaker, if members wanted to speak and talk and help these people, we would have actually shortened this process and would have gone to the rescue of our colleagues. But the decision to continue talking until the end of time, Mr. Speaker, is also kind of indicative that some of us just want to do politics, Mr. Speaker. And I said, Mr. Speaker, there's a time when we have to be actually sincere with ourselves. Nobody would want another member of Parliament suffering, another senator suffering. No one. And we will not support. And we will try everything to make sure that our members are not arrested anyhowly. And even, Mr. Speaker, as the leader, I would be very concerned about members who are arrested. And you and I can work on that. But I just think that the opportunities given for us to speak would be better used if we canvassed properly, if we agreed to just not insult, not to call your government all sorts of names, and yet we know that we are going to the same government to ask to work with. So I'm just asking, Speaker, that as members, it's both sides of the House. This is basically what I want to leave the House with. As for the opportunity we have now to adjourn, within the few hours that are ahead of us, Speaker, we should be able then to get the details of what has happened to these three colleagues. We should be able to know what are their charges, and as a Speaker, where they are being held. I know we have heard about one now, and so on. The reason being that we need to know that it's not related to their work in Parliament. It must be, Mr. Speaker, clear that it's not because of this or that reason that would prevent them from coming to this House. And that's why we have lawyers, and colleagues who are lawyers can go and assist those whom they can assist, who can be assisted. And this House, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Chariot?
Mr. Speaker, I hate to interrupt Senator Poghisio because he's our leader in this House, and therefore every time he speaks, it is expected of us to listen to him. But you can only reciprocate that respect if it serves it in the same portion to colleague senators. I find the remarks that he's making an insult to the intelligence of us as a Senate. Because, Mr. Speaker, when Senator Samson Cherargei spoke to seek this adjournment, he was very clear in his remarks that until our colleagues are produced and allowed to transact business in this House should adjourn. But you can see the cheeky nature of the remarks of the leader of majority, saying that all we need to do is just to find out if the arrest has nothing to do. Who in this country does not know that the reason these three senators are not here is because of how they were going to vote? Therefore, the leader of majority should respect our intelligence and do his duty dutifully. He should also remember, Mr. Speaker, that I was with Senator Langat.
We did agree that your point of order should be brief.
I was with Senator Langat until 5 in the morning. I do not want to reveal the things that the leader of majority was telling him, where he should go, what he should do. Out of respect as a brother, I cannot say it. Therefore, I find it very wrong for him to try and insinuate that we are just going on an exercise to find out how they are.
Okay.
That is not what we want to do. Until the 3 senators are here, no business goes on, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Leader of Majority.
Mr. Speaker, I think, Mr. Speaker, if
There's another point of order from Senator Kindiki. There's a point of order.
let me respond to the other one.
Let him, you will respond to both of them
Mr. Speaker.
at a go. Order, Leader of Majority.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Senator for Kericho has made a very serious allegation against the Leader of Majority. Will I be in order, Mr. Speaker, to request you to direct the Senator for Kericho to tell us what the Majority Leader said about the 3 senators who are now facing threats, arrests, and intimidation.
Let the Leader of Majority respond first.
Speaker, I want this to look like it is clearly a choreographed thing that Senator Cheruiyot wants to talk about. He can reveal what he wants to reveal, whatever it is, because even I did not sleep engaging with Senator Langat at night, because I wanted him to be set free, to be free, Mr. Speaker, because he also talked to me. He looked for me. He looked for me, and the best way for him was to be safe. And so, Mr. Speaker, I will say this. Mr. Speaker, please let me finish my remarks.
Order, members. Order, members.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, members.
Mr. Speaker,
Order.
Mr. Speaker, we have agreed on this
Let
matter.
the leader finish what he's saying. Order, then.
Mr. Speaker, we have agreed on this matter.
Order, members. We need to make progress. We need to get a way forward. So let him complete, then I give direction.
Mr. Speaker, we have all faced arrest. We have been arrested. I've been arrested. Everyone has been arrested, Mr. Speaker. As a member of Parliament, with the privilege, we have been arrested. But Mr. Speaker, today I want to conclude this way. Mr. Speaker, let's not allow.
What is your point of order, Senator Mazayo?
Asante Bwana Spika, asante kwa heshima Bwana Spika. Ikiwa wewe kama Spika unaweza kutuheshimu na yule kiongozi walio wengi hawezi kutuheshimu, ni lazima endelee. Hii ni ukosefu wa heshima kwa kiongozi walio wengi. Bwana Spika, amesema maneno, ndugu yetu Cheruiyot amesema maneno ya kutisha hapa, ya kwamba ikiwa ndugu yetu Langat ametishwa, lazima aweze kusema, apewe nafasi aseme vile ambavyo ametishwa ama vile ambavyo ameambiwa. Bwana Spika, tunangoja uamuzi wako.
What's your point of order, Senator Murkomen?
Mr. Speaker, it's not only Senator Cheruiyot who, Mr. Speaker, is privy to the conversation of the Majority Leader with Senator Langat. I am also privy to that conversation. And I am in possession, Mr. Speaker, of documented evidence of his conversation with Senator Langat. The thing, Mr. Speaker, I want to say is that we are not discussing the Majority Leader now. What we are discussing is a situation that involves our 3 colleagues. We don't want, and I don't think Senator Cheruiyot was saying that so that we bring a motion to discuss the Majority Leader. What we are interested in is the Majority Leader to, Mr. Speaker, demonstrate leadership by demonstrating, Mr. Speaker, that he is pained at heart when the Senator of Bomet, Mr. Speaker, and Senator Malala and Senator Lelekwe, 2 of whom, of the 3 senators, Mr. Speaker, come from the majority side. Mr. Speaker, can the Majority Leader absorb, Mr. Speaker, demonstrate and reflect the image of a leader who feels the pain of his colleagues that are going through trouble, Mr. Speaker, and not to pussyfoot around this issue?
What's your point of order, Senator Wamatangi? Just a minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you have made a decision, Mr. Speaker. You give a ruling, Mr. Speaker, and in allowing the Majority Leader to respond, you did so that what the motion sought first, which is to ensure that this House, with all the directions that have been given and the proposals, that we get to find out precisely what has happened to members of this House, Mr. Speaker. And that now is the mood of the House. That is what we must do within the next 1 hour as agreed, Mr. Speaker. Now, if Mr. Speaker, you allow that other matters be introduced, and all of us are clear in our minds, Mr. Speaker, parliamentary democracy is underpinned in the words of Voltaire, that I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to death your right to say it.
What's your point of order?
That is clear to all of us, Mr. Speaker. If we do not allow the majority leader to finish what he's saying, and then we embark on what we have to do, as you directed, Mr. Speaker, then all of us who come up with other points of orders, we have other issues we can also raise. Mr. Speaker, I'm in possession of SMSs also to other people.
Conclude.
What we are saying, let us not bring extraneous matters. Let's get the majority leader to close and
majority leader,
and get to the
majority leader conclude.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now in relation to the so-called information that's privy, that people are privy to, Mr. Speaker, I have said it is good if all the information that we're all privy to can be put here at the table for everyone, because everybody has communicated and there's enough information for everyone to share. And Mr. Speaker, this idea of trying to intimidate other speakers, trying to use this kind of intimidation, what kind of mind would I be playing with Honorable Cheruyot? What intelligence am I playing with, Mr. Speaker? I think we are all colleagues here. The qualification of being here is just to be elected and come here. So, Mr. Speaker, I would like to caution my young friend that getting overzealous. I don't think anybody would love the other senator more than all of us. We are concerned. We want the same concern to be overall here in this House, Mr. Speaker. So we go with one mind, we go to this recess all knowing that what we want is that our people, our members are not intimidated. There is, as I said, Mr. Speaker, the freedom to speak. But I also say, as I caution members, that we speak a language that can convince others. Not to harass anybody, don't look like more people have more rights than others in this House. And so, Mr. Speaker, we adjourn and we take time, we come back at 2:30 and continue with our duty. Mr. Speaker, we have a very, very important duty to do. The duty also of passing the formula. So we need to get this sorted out. As important that you have responsibility as Speaker, there's much that Speaker can do within your powers. There is much that I can do within my powers to make sure that we do not get people arrested and anyhowly, but also, Mr. Speaker, let's agree that we come back and proceed with our business. With those remarks, Speaker, I support. Thank you.
Okay, order, members. I have listened to all of you have raised very serious concerns about our colleagues who are not here. And I want to agree I'm a servant of this House. Being the whole House, I'm a servant of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. And when one of us is mistreated or is in the circumstances that our colleagues find in, we must stand together as a team. Therefore, I'm directing the chair of the Security Committee to convene immediately after this and get all concerned parties to give us information on the whereabouts of the 3 senators and report back at 2:30 the progress of where our colleagues are. I now put the question, which is that the debate be now adjourned. As men are of that opinion, say aye. Aye. As men are of the contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. Okay, the House stands adjourned up to 2:30.